Jamal.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to join you in honoring the graduating class of 20. Woo! On behalf of the entire Princeton School of Public and International Affairs, we're pleased to welcome all of you here today to celebrate, and especially our 92 students poised to graduate tomorrow with master's degrees. To begin, I'd like to ask the parents, family members, friends, and mentors to rise if able, so we could applaud you for the role you've played in getting these students here today. Many of you are family members who uprooted your own lives to come to Princeton so that your loved ones could pursue their goals. Graduate degree programs at Princeton, and particularly at our school, are exceptionally rigorous, and these students would not have made it today without your love and support. To the class of 2025, my sincerest congratulations. You epitomize the values we've all championed: a cohesive community of insightful, policy-oriented students and esteemed scholars, fortified by our dedication to diversity and inclusivity for all. Hailing from across the country and across the globe, your presence enriches us immeasurably, bringing a wealth of diverse backgrounds, experiences, and perspectives to our collective tapestry. Most importantly, you maintain a deeply felt commitment to the public good. Princeton SPIA convenes the brightest minds for the greatest good. Our faculty, our alumni, and yes, our students all stand as pillars of service, asking the hard questions and seeking the right answers. That work does not stop with your graduation. In fact, it's just getting started. I know you're up to the task. Each class is unique and all of them are special, but yours has faced challenges in the geopolitical landscape that added a layer of uncertainty to your studies, even as they informed what you learned. For the Master in Public Affairs students, you joined us just before the war in Gaza began. For more than a year and a half, all of you have had to deal with the tragedy that has claimed so many lives on both sides of this conflict. One that has hit close to home for many of you, as it has for me. The conflict between Russia and Ukraine has continued throughout your time with us. And of course, in January, the United States experienced a change in presidential administrations that has had profound consequences. This spring, my family and I welcomed 2 new grandchildren to our growing clan. As a mother and now a grandmother, there's nothing more humbling and touching than to look into the eyes of an innocent child and ask yourself, what type of life will they lead? What type of world will they inherit? Will their rights as children be protected? Our news headlines today are replete with stories about the increasing numbers of children as victims of war, of poverty, of displacement. In this country, 15% of children live in poverty. Children are being separated from their parents, and around the world, children are increasingly the victims of war. Whether at a musical festival in Israel, a school in Ukraine, or in displacement tents in Gaza, to cite but 3 recent examples, children have the right to live. Indeed, it is our obligation to protect these innocents, and my challenge to you is to use your Princeton SPIA education to be the generation that continues to defend and uphold our civilizational norms grounded in humanity for all. The rapidly evolving landscape in Washington, D.C. has resulted in challenges for those of you who thought your path to service would lead to the federal government. Fortunately, there are many pathways to service, including state and local governments, multilateral organizations, nonprofits, NGOs, foundations, and more. And we hope that the federal government will be more welcoming to you in the future. You have been taught to analyze critically and to find common ground, skills that will serve you well going forward as policymakers. During this time of international conflict and with our own country so deeply divided, it is profoundly important for us to engage with empathy and compassion, especially with those with whom you do not agree. The responsibility you bear as Princeton SPIA graduates compels this commitment. MPA class of 25, you bear a special distinction. You are the 75th graduating class of the program. Congratulations. You are 68 graduates strong, with 3 of you earning a joint MPA JD degree. 1 of you earning a joint MPA MBA degree, and 3 of you having participated in Princeton's own Scholars in the Nation's Service Initiative. "25 of you earned certificates in health and health policy, health policy, science, technology, and environmental policy, and urban policy. Impressive accomplishments. This past fall, you participated in your policy workshops, giving you an opportunity to use the analytical skills you acquired as MPA ones to analyze complex and challenging policy issues. Topics range from the future of the U.S.-Saudi relationship to reforming Puerto Rico's public education system. During your 2 years with us, several of you assisted in publishing the 35th and 36th editions of the Journal of Public and International Affairs. You completed summer internships with the State Department, the Asia Foundation, the New Jersey Coalition to End Homelessness, the Ghana Ministry of Finance, the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, and several dozens of other high-level institutions. The service auction you ran in December raised $25,000 for Homefront, whose mission is to end homelessness in our state of New Jersey. My deepest thanks, SPIA MPA graduates of the class of 2025, for all that you have given to the school, to our community, and to me personally. Whoa. Our 24 Master in Public Policy students came to us from all over the world with highly impressive public service backgrounds, seeking time to reflect deeply, engage in creative and innovative thinking, and focus on specific policy issues. You came to SPIA from as far away as Bangladesh, New Zealand, Saudi Arabia, Colombia, India, the UK, Guatemala, Brazil, Israel, Belgium, Iraq, Kenya, Singapore, and China, and from here as near as Hopewell and Flemington, New Jersey. Woo! You brought with you expertise and backgrounds in diplomacy, energy, journalism, human rights law, the armed forces, and so much more. Your Friday afternoon MPP policy forums provided valuable learning opportunities not only for your classmates, but for all the members of the Princeton SPIA community. Your topics included democratic backsliding, investigative journalism, hostage diplomacy, and so much more. I am in awe of your creativity in approaching public policy issues in such compelling and relevant ways. All 24 of you already were accomplished leaders before coming to us. I hope your time at SPIA has reinvigorated you, helped refine and focus your skills, and expanded your networks. To that end, you are joining an incredibly supportive group of Princeton MPP alumni. You will lean on them in the months and years to come. We cannot wait to see all that you will accomplish. To graduates of both programs, your time here was undoubtedly challenging, requiring much sacrifice, and at the same time, I hope you also had fun, developed new friendships, and enjoyed good conversation and lots of laughter. Our intimate Princeton SPIA community is special, and as new members of our alumni community, you will have many chances to remain engaged and active. As if graduate school weren't hard enough, to say nothing of graduate school at Princeton University, this graduating class had 2 babies while in the program. Congratulations to MPA graduate Ji-Yoon Kim. And MPP graduate Gituku Negni. Sorry. On top of that, several of you got engaged, some got married, such joys and blessings, all in our program. Congratulations to all of you. Both of your cohorts exhibit a remarkable diversity of perspectives and interests. But what unites all of you is a shared passion for public service. My hope for you is that passion never, ever diminishes. Our world needs this passion. It needs you and your talents and your dedication. As SPIA alumni, you are now part of a long and important legacy of giving of yourself for the public good. Your responsibility now is to carry that legacy forward as the next generation of SPIA ambassadors. Many months ago, our admissions team recognized your commitment to and track records in service. They hand-selected you from among hundreds of applicants to come to SPIA, where we have fully funded your graduate degree so you can continue debt-free on the path of service to humanity. Let's recognize them for their role. We've had many wonderful people working behind the scenes to help you get here. Let's recognize all of them for the role they played in diligently poring over your credentials, your essays, letters of recommendation, and other application materials, setting you on a path to this day. Thank you for your efforts, Stephen Petrick. Woo! Lisa Duffy. Angie Ratliff. And Vivian Slee. With a graduate degree from one of the top universities in the world comes great responsibility. Your new identity as a Princeton graduate will follow you throughout your career, providing you privilege and opening new doors. It also will lead people to admire and respect you. Indeed, you are now part of elite opinion and thought leaders. And I have no doubt you will represent both Princeton and SPIA in the best light. I know I do not need to tell you that you have an obligation to pay this privilege forward. Yet I would still be remiss if I didn't say it today. As long as there are still injustices in the world, your class must raise your voices in support of justice. The issues that face the global community, the economy, immigration, healthcare, crime, education, the environment, and so much more require compassionate, equitable policymaking. You are poised to join an alumni community that is not just service-oriented, but service-driven. Princeton SPIA is renowned for its well-earned legacy of contributions to the public good. I know you will take this responsibility seriously. And no matter your policy path, I'm confident you'll lead on the issues that matter most to you and your communities. From the time you joined us, you have taught how to tackle issues like these by world-class faculty. Our faculty not only are leaders in their fields at the cutting edge of their disciplines, but they also make regular contributions to the public arena. You've also learned from some of the world's top policy practitioners who are passionate about passing on their real-world knowledge to public servants. And I'm glad that General Milley is here today, and he's one of those leaders. I am grateful for the hard work and dedication of these individuals, especially MPA Faculty Chair Richard Rogerson and MPP Faculty Chairs Jake Shapiro and Arian Sharifi. Join me in thanking all of our faculty and practitioners for preparing you to continue to lead. Before I conclude, please also join me in a round of applause for the members of the Graduate Program Office who worked tirelessly to put together today's event and actually assisted and supported all of you throughout your journey here. Paul Lipton, Karen McGinnis, Tamara Vito, Barbara Hampton, Amy Pizolakowski, Madeline Hare, Laura Kayevsky, Anne Langle, Marie Berkey, Shannon Prescia, Ariel Matos. If I've missed anybody, please stand up. All right, thank you, GPO. They guided you through your curricular requirements, helped you to find summer internship placements, and prepared you to search for a job, helped organize MPP policy forums, and provided endless support for student organizations and initiatives. They are the unsung heroes of our institution, and we could not have gotten you here without them. I am truly privileged to have all of them as part of SPIA's administration, indeed, SPIA's team. Thank you. Speaking of unsung heroes, I'd also like to quickly mention our technical team for today's event and many other events and classes during your time here at SPIA. The team works tirelessly behind the scenes to make everything run smoothly, and we often don't thank them enough for always going above and beyond. They are Bonalise Rosado, Franco Ciccone, and Michael Miranda, who's videotaping us. Yes. Oh, and there's Bonalise too. Tomorrow, you will become lifelong members of the alumni families of Princeton SPIA and the university. These networks will provide you with job opportunities, mentorship, connections, inspiration, and support during life's challenging times. I am grateful to our alumni for all they do for our school, contributing so much of their time and talent. Please rely on them, particularly on SPIA's global alumni network, and continue to engage our school. I will truly miss you, and I have learned so much from you. Each class that graduates from SPIA makes a mark, leaving the school a better place through its collective efforts. But also each of you brings a sophisticated and nuanced view of the world and its policy issues. I've learned from seeing through your eyes. I'll be thinking of and reflecting on our conversations as we continue to propel the school forward. Together, we've greatly enhanced this community. While I wish our paths within SPIA coincided longer, I'm hopeful you'll stay in touch. Class of 2025, you give me hope. In this time of great uncertainty, your unyielding dedication to service and your desire to effect positive change are reasons for optimism. These are the things that will see us through the current moment and into a brighter, more just future. As my favorite poet, Khalil Gibran, reminds us, a little knowledge that acts is worth infinitely more than much knowledge that is idle. Go forth, as we say, in the nation's service and the service of humanity. The world is a better place because of you, and SPIA is proud of all of you. Congratulations, class of 2025. It is now my pleasure to invite the outgoing chairs and my thought partners in the school of the Princeton University Policy Student Government to say a few words. Please welcome Katie Deal and Dylan Gates.
Good morning.
Hey, everyone.
All right. Good morning. My name is Dylan Gates, an MPA student and the co-chair of this year's graduating class. First of all, congratulations to all of today's graduates and to the milestone 75th MPA class. This program has a long history of developing leaders who go on to serve in prominent public roles. I have no doubt that the graduates crossing the stage today will continue that tradition. As students graduating from one of the world's preeminent policy schools, it's hard to ignore today's political moment and the current president's attacks on countless groups and institutions. Of great relevance to today's graduates are the president's attacks on public servants. The administration has characterized civil servants as crooked, lazy, and as being a part of some still to be identified deep state. While it's easy to characterize people removed from our lives as the enemy, it's much harder to do that up close. With the few minutes I have, I'd like to share some of the kindness I've seen within this community to show that the public servants crossing the stage shortly are, like everyone else, deserving of dignity and respect. Today's graduates threw together a birthday party for me on our very first day in Princeton. They invited classmates to their homes so they weren't alone for the holidays. They canceled plans and came over in the middle of the night to sit with you after the loss of a loved one. They wrote countless cards and messages just when you needed that extra boost of support. They forced you to look deeply within yourself, not only shining a light on your superpowers, but also on your flaws. And most of all, despite those flaws, whether it be leaving a little trail of crumbs wherever you go, or whether you're just a bit boy crazy, today's graduates still showed up as a friend and said, "I love you so much." As we approach the end of our stay in this beautiful oasis, I've been thinking a lot about time, how our time here has been an unexpected gift, managing to be both short and yet packed with so much life. To all of today's graduates, thank you so much for building a wonderful, lively, and tight-knit, Jesus, this thing. So to all of today's graduates, thank you so much for building a wonderful, lively, and tight-knit community here at SPIA. In adulthood, it's often said that making friends is hard, but with all of you, it was so easy. Thank you again, and congratulations to today's graduates. And now I would like to introduce my version of a work wife, Katie Deal, to share her thoughts and reflections on our time here. Thank you.
As always, and as you all know, Dylan captured it perfectly. There's magic in growing alongside people who inspire us as deeply as they care for us. My name's Katie Deal, and today and every day for the past 2 years, I've had the privilege of being surrounded by friends who were brave before they were asked to be, who remained open-hearted and kind when hardship should have convinced them not to be, and who have committed their careers and their lives unselfishly to loving humanity for all that it can be. To me, they are what defines public service. It isn't a title, a sector, or a political appointment. It isn't a perfectly formatted memo or an elegant line of code, though I think we're all pretty good at that by now. Public service, embodied by every graduate here today, is a commitment to seeing every member of our society's humanity as sacred. It's a commitment to building institutions that honor human dignity and restore faith in the promise of the public good. When we all leave Princeton, we'll be asked to support our communities through uncertainty, division, and challenges that feel insurmountable. In those moments, we'll remember that the support and inspiration that we need isn't found in some focus group or abstract theory. It's sitting here, right here beside us. In the face of cynicism, we'll remember how our hearts opened when our friends challenged us to see the world from a perspective profoundly different from our own. When precedent feels impenetrable, we'll remember our friends who simply created what they believed should exist, bringing us unforgettable memories and joy, not by seeking permission, but by having the courage to begin. And when the way forward becomes unclear, we'll remember those who helped us rediscover our North Star. So to our SPIA faculty and staff, thank you for guiding us through every doubt and challenge as we pursued the skills that we came here seeking. To our parents, our partners, our family members, especially our new ones, and all of our loved ones here today, thank you for your countless sacrifices, the endless patience you showed us, and your unwavering belief. You all made our graduation possible today. And finally, class of 2025, know how grateful I am and how grateful we all are to be changed by you and to live in a world that will be changed by you. Congratulations, happy graduation, and enjoy. Good luck.
Good morning, graduates. We can do better than that. Good morning, graduates. Good morning, families and invited guests. My name is Tam Rovito, and I get the true privilege of serving as the Assistant Dean for Diversity and Inclusion and Student Affairs, which means I got to invite these folks in the hot summer 2 years ago, and now I get to see them walk across the stage. It's truly a privilege. I want to acknowledge my colleague Ariel. We will be presenting some awards and prizes to some of our graduates. So what we will do is we will read the description of the prize, and then we will ask the graduate to walk up. We will then read a bio about our graduate, and our graduate are quite accomplished. So please bear with us, hold your applause until the very end so that we can actually share all that they have accomplished. So the first prize is the Bradford Prize. It is awarded to a science, technology, and environmental policy student who has achieved both distinguished academic record and a record of service to the STEP program. This award is named for SPIA's late Associate Dean, David Bradford, who play a key role in the creation and administration of this program. The recipient of this year's Bradford Prize is Fatima Numtaz. Please come up. Yep. So Fatima, this is the bio part. Fatima was born and raised in India. Fatima is an engineer turned policy professional who came to SPIA with more than 4 years of public and private sector experience. Growing up in a family of engineers, Fatima gravitated towards mathematics and science and gradually developed an interest in technology and data. Prior to Princeton, she served as a data science lead with the Monitoring and Evaluation Office at the Government of India's Apex Public Policy think tank. Fatima started her career working with technology in the private sector, but quickly realized that her strong desire to to make a difference in people's lives. She's particularly interested in the use of emerging technology and data to inform evidence-based policymaking in the field of climate change and digital empowerment. Last summer, she interned with the Social Development Division at the UN Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific in Bangkok. There's more, don't worry. Fatima concentrated in Field 2, International Development, and served as one of the Field 2 rep on our PUBG. The sub-certificate requires a minimum of 4 courses, but of course, being a true SPIA student, Fatima took 8 and excelled in all of them. One of her professors remarked, "What a joy it was to have Fatima in our class. I believe she has the ability to go far after leaving SPIA." As a STEPS affiliate, Fatima worked with Climate Central on a CPRE research collaboration. She was praised for her work throughout research, good communication skills, and being a joy to work with. Keely, who's one of our administrators in the CPRE program, added that Fatima has been a thoughtful and engaged contributor who shows serious dedication to the STEP program. Congratulations. All right. The next award or prize that we would like to award is from our Diversity and Equity and Inclusion Leadership and Service Award. This award recognizes exemplary student leadership, initiative, and advocacy for diversity and inclusion issues at SPIA. The first one of this year's D&I Inclusion Diversity Leadership Award goes to Diana Chavez Valera. Diana is a 2022 Pickering Foreign Affairs Fellow and a proud alumna of University of California, Berkeley. Before Princeton, Diana conducted casework for refugees at the International Rescue Committee and led investigation into humanitarian crisis as a manager at UC Berkeley's Human Rights Center. She co-authored an AI and child rights report with UNICEF and represented research to the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights. Through a fully funded educational scholarship, she engaged with policymakers in Oman, the UAE, and Jordan on conflict resolution. Following graduation, Diana co-founded the Global Community College Transfer Organization to destigmatize educational pathways for community college students. Her interests include language exchange, film photography, and making new recipes. For her SPIA internship, she completed an overseas fellowship in the political section of the U.S. mission to the European Union in Brussels. That's a Pickering Fellow. A praise for Diana. As the president of the Latinx Policy Association, Diana has worked to strengthen Latino student life at Princeton while launching an initiative to increase the number of Latino applicants to SPIA, supporting their transition into academia and public policy. And she was always available to serve as a reference for prospective students. Congratulations.
All right, so we're really excited to present 2 awards for the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Leadership Award this year. The second recipient is Laurel Cook. Laurel Cook is originally from Detroit, Michigan, and a proud alumna of American University. She has experience in health policy, housing policy, environmental policy, and education policy, and has worked both on Capitol Hill and at the U.S. Department of State. At Princeton, she led student initiatives, including serving as chair of Students and Alumni of Color, SAOC, and organizing a health policy research trip to Brazil. For her SPIA internship, she was a clinical service improvement intern with the Department of Health in South Africa, Western Cape Province, where she completed an independent research project. The final deliverables were highly praised. Stakeholders described them as extremely helpful, and the organization plans to publish and disseminate the findings throughout the region and beyond. Comments from faculty for Elle include having an energetic and engaged student like Elle helped the 3-hour lectures go by faster for everyone. Another faculty noted she was particularly adept in the meeting sentence during a site visit, whether leading the conversation or asking questions to effectively engaging stakeholders. Congratulations. The next award is the Summers Prize. It was established by the late Ann Summers to honor the memory of her husband, the late Herman M. Red Summers, a former SPIA faculty member. The prize is awarded to a student with domestic policy interests who has a distinguished academic and public service record. This year's Summer Prize is shared and awarded to 2 people. The first is Sviatoslav Karnasevich. Svi? Svi was born in Ukraine and grew up in Philadelphia. In 2021, he graduated summa cum laude from the University of Pennsylvania with a degree in political science and economics. Prior to Princeton, he worked as a research analyst at the Federal Reserve Bank of Philadelphia. He co-authored a working paper studying the spatial effects of location amenities on price and population dynamics. Last summer, he worked as a summer fellow at the office of the mayor in Chicago. Aside from traveling, Svi enjoys biking and baking and figuring out how to play a 60-bass piano accordion. Svi concentrated in Field 4, Economics and Public Policy, and served as a Field 4 rep on PUPSG. He excelled academically and also earned an Urban Policy certificate. One professor noted that Svi was an excellent student whose contributions greatly enriched the classroom learning experience. Another added, Svi was the strongest student in the class. He was an excellent contributor to class discussions. After Princeton, he plans to work as an urban economic policymaker to promote more resilient, equitable, and sustainable urban policies. Congratulations, Steve.
Just listen to Dylan and Katie. Our next summer prize is awarded to Kiana West. Kiana was born and raised and attended college in Massachusetts, where her awareness for local racial injustice influenced her commitment to social equity. After graduating with her BA in psychology from Williams College, she worked on monitoring and evaluation with an NGO in South Africa as a Princeton in Africa Fellow. After returning to the US, she worked at a nonprofit law office and human rights organization, where she advised community coalition that developed responses to continue impact on racial violence and discriminatory laws. Before coming to SPIA, Kiana served as a senior community engagement coordinator at a research and action think tank, where she supported constituents to build more equitable public safety systems. At SPIA, her goals were to strengthen her skills in policy analysis and enhance her ability to advance equitable policy development and resource allocation practices that prioritize community well-being and safety. Last summer, Kiana worked as a mayoral fellow in the office of the mayor of Chicago. Kiana concentrated in Field 3 domestic policy. She excelled in her coursework and earned an urban policy certificate. One professor noted, classmates repeatedly describe you as a driving force whose deep expertise and justice-oriented mindset elevated discussions. You excel in teamwork and your leadership, Incisive questions and ability to motivate others are a standout strength. Another addict, Kiana, has a very bright future in social policy, and I look forward to watching all she will accomplish. And so do we. Congratulations. All right, so the next prize is the MPP prize. It is awarded to the MPP student who has achieved an outstanding academic record and demonstrated a commitment to public service. And this year's MPP award goes to Matthew Peterson. So Matthew is one of our local Jersey, from around the corner, right, Matthew? So Matt Peterson served as a general counsel and associate executive director at the New Jersey Senate Democratic Office, where he provided legal and policy advice to senators, crafted legislations, and advised members on rules, procedures, and ethics. Matt also served as the lead aide to the Senate Judiciary Committee, where he helped conduct the Senate's consent vetting of the governor's nominees and worked on legislation concerning criminal justice reform, mental health courts, and cannabis. Prior to joining the Senate Majority Office, Matt was a senior counsel in the nonpartisan Office of Legislative Services, where he staffed the Senate Environmental Committee and drafted New Jersey's first in the nation environmental justice law, the single-use plastic ban, and a law requiring the replacement of lead service lines in dwellings. Matt is a lifelong New Jersey resident. In his SPIA bio, he asserted, you will not meet a bigger advocate for the state than him." This year, he demonstrated that enthusiasm for his home state by organizing several field trips for students and staff, a fall outing to a cranberry box, an April trip to the New Jersey State House, and to a nuclear power plant in Salem, New Jersey. Matt has a perfect academic record at SPIA, taking several courses on domestic and international policy topics, and one professor noted that Matt contributed fresh ideas, and his deep engagement with the course led to some of the best papers in the class. His impartial and careful analysis show his remarkable skills as a thinker and policy maker. Another professor noted, throughout the term, Matt enriched our collective dialogue and showed genuine dedication to the advancement of public goods. We look forward to following his continued success in public service in New Jersey. Congratulations.
The next prize is the Stokes Prize, which recognizes both academic achievement and public service leadership, and is awarded to the graduating MPA student whose achievements best exemplify the life and work of the late Donald E. Stokes, who was dean of the school from 1974 until 1992. During his long years of service, Dean Stokes came to symbolize everything that is superb about the school. This year's winner of the Stokes Prize is Rachel Morrow. Originally from Bentonville, Arkansas, Rachel earned a BA in International Relations from Stanford University, where she graduated with honors, served as a president of her class, and was a founding member of Stanford Women in Politics. Prior to SPIA, she worked for a government consulting firm where her primary client was NASA headquarters. Rachel also served as chief of staff for NASA Heliophysics, acting as a primary advisor to the director and more than 50 staff members. Last summer, she worked as a White House intern within the Presidential Personnel Office. She had a great deal of independent responsibility, and her memos were used by senior White House officials to decide whether candidates would be a good fit for the future administration. Rachel concentrated in Field 3, Domestic Policy, and excelled in her coursework. She served as a career development representative on PUBG. In that role, she was thorough, thoughtful, and student-centered. She helped to reimagine her program offerings around and post the election. Upon completing her MPA from Princeton, her goal is to return home to Arkansas to work in public service. She has a passion for volunteering and enjoys encouraging people to vote. One faculty noted, Rachel's work reflected a deep commitment to public service and a clear talent for tackling complex policy challenges. Her ability to communicate effectively and strategically about high-stakes legislative issues will serve her well as she continues to work to advance the public good. Another wrote, Rachel is an impressive critical thinker and compelling public speaker that I felt lucky to have in my class. She will undoubtedly be the one in her class to keep the SPIA network alive and thriving. Congratulations, Rachel.
See, we weren't joking when we say our graduates are quite accomplished. And now I would like to invite our Associate Dean of Graduate Education, Karen McGinnis, to this podium.
Since I just celebrated my 40th class reunion, I'm on the same reunion cycle as all of you, and I look forward to seeing everyone in these classes of 2025, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and onwards. Okay, I now have the responsibility and pleasure of announcing the candidates for the Master's in Public Affairs degree. Each MPA candidate has successfully completed 16 course credits and passed a first and second year qualifying exam. And now they have to start coming up. Katie Deal, who also earned a STEP certificate and a joint MBA degree. Dylan Gates. Sam Howe. Jing Xie, who also earned a STEP certificate. Emily Grace Davies, who also earned a STEP certificate. Rachel Morrow. Madeline Sawyer Granda. Lauren Dudley Piper. Lauren earned distinction on the QE2 exam. Jackson Blackwell. Who also earned a STEP certificate. Nathan McQuarrie. Okay. Laurel Cook, who earned an HHP certificate. Julian Robert Lutz, an MPA JD. Christian Henry. Sydney Taylor, who also earned a STEP certificate. Jiyoon Kim. Josh Hoypel, who also earned a STEP certificate. Uma Mengele. Francisco Paco Gonzalez, who also earned a STEP certificate. Kiana West, who earned a UP certificate. Ferdinand Quason. Mustafa Ali Smith. Amana Abduruzak, who also earned a STEP certificate. Banin Abbas. Sarah Sexton. Mochiko Suri Ayushi. Daisha Roberts. Christopher Wong. Muhammad Ramat Ali, who earned HHP certificate and distinction on the QE2 exam. Sylvia Scary. Anna Schaefer, who earned distinction on her QE2 exam. Christina Lorch, one of our MPA-JD degrees. Tanat Chimbanchorn. Stuart Ewan. Michael Chapman, who also earned a STEP certificate. Aaron Arnett. Jonathan Berry, another STEP certificate. Sviatslav Karnasevich, who earned an urban policy certificate. Francis Steele. Claire Fundry Teitler. Ariel Munchek Edelman, who earned a UP certificate. Amy Chang. Rosemary Newsom.
Fix your hair.
Jennifer June Williams. Madeline Deve. Nada Shalash, who also earned a STEP certificate. Diana Chavez Varela. Elijah Goldberg. Crystal Cohen. Christopher Gliva, who earned a STEP certificate. Newbie Parton, an MPHAD. Tina Lee. Sophie Bandarkar. Manuel de Faria, who also earned a statistics and machine learning certificate. Julia Sher Kaufman. Eleni Alexandra Smitham. I do want to acknowledge that both Eleni and Julia served as our curriculum co-chairs. Fatima Mumtaz, who earned a STEP certificate and distinction on the QE2. Ayushi Vig, who earned both an HHP and STEP certificate. Rias Reed earned a STEP certificate. Yes, I know your name. Nick Brown. Nick earned a STEP certificate and distinction on QE1 and QE2 exams. Maria Dooling also earned a STEP certificate. Anirudh Nigam. Anirudh earned a STEP certificate and high distinction on the QE2 exam. Did you get STEP machine learning too? Peter Kurgis. Peter also earned a statistics and machine learning certificate. Ben Horlick. Raphael Swit, who earned a STEP certificate. Jeremy McKee. Benjamin Harris. I will now announce the candidates for the Master's in Public Policy degree. Each MPP candidate has successfully completed 8 courses and an incredible journey here at Princeton. Matthew Peterson. Josh Peters. Erica Chisano. Gitiku Onuige. With the class MPP baby, and he also earned a STEP certificate. Tobin Nelson. Gary Goodwert. Lawrence Dunhill. Rahila Muhammad. Zipporah Otieno, who also earned a STEP certificate. Klaas Kersa. Jose Echeverria, who also earned a STEP certificate. Baki Bilal, Big Snacking, Caroline Miller, Andrea Beadle, Claire McInerney, Jamie Baez, who also earned a STEP certificate. Carolina Goma de Acevedo Dominguez. Aiden Hempson Jones. Love it. Jason Park. Nicholas Toe Waben, who also earned a Urban Policy Certificate. Saud Abumela. And Zichen Wang. Patrick Cohen. Yeah. Congratulations to all our 2025 graduates. And now I want to call up my colleague, Stephen Patrick.
Sorry, Karen, it's falling apart.
That's okay.
There you go.
Hell yes! Many congratulations, graduates, and congratulations, family, friends, partners, spouses, kids, garden gnomes. Thank you for being here to celebrate the great class of 2025. My name is Stephen Petrick, and I'm an assistant dean here for Global Outreach, Admissions, and Alumni Engagement, where my focus is pretty much everything off campus, before arrival, on admissions, and after as alumni, together with Michelle Whitlow. Students may remember me telling you that you earned your spot here on the way in. It is true. Today, it is my pleasure to also tell you that you have earned your degree on the way out. As you transition into alumni status, please let me echo what Dean Amani has said and what we all feel. Each of you are always welcome at Princeton and on our campus. We will always welcome you home to Robertson Hall each time you visit. We hope to see you on the road when we are traveling, and we will follow your careers of impact with great interest. I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to address you today, not least because I know all the ways in which you have served, or at least what you said in your applications. But now that you're here, I've seen it. How 6 of you show up for the Dean's Leadership Series, and all of you petition for policy trips. I'm joking. But I do see how you care for one another in your communities. Truly, I see how you care for one another. Thank you, and don't stop. I sometimes feel, and that's when I'm not working on a holiday weekend, and let me please honor the service and ultimate sacrifice for those whom Memorial Day is intended. But I do sometimes feel I have the best job at Princeton. Why? Because I know all of you. Some better than others, of course, but I've had a touch point with every single one of you, and it's really powerful, and I don't take it lightly. It's an honor to read applications and to learn about accomplishments and to understand all the ways you have made an impact in your community. It comes full circle when I meet the people behind the paper. Over the last year, we have traveled near and far to celebrate 75 years of our MPA program. And I've had the great honor to meet Princetonians around the world, and I want to tell you that the power of Princeton is real, folks, and I hope you tap into it. This week, as you each begin your next exciting chapter as Princeton graduates, with all the rightful excitement and enthusiasm for this accomplishment, I want to spend a few moments reflecting on the themes we use in the admissions process as we think about bringing this community together. You're all graduating, so I'll leave the academic bucket alone. But please let me revisit and remind of the other 3: service, leadership, and different perspectives. The single biggest thing we look for and think about in the admissions process here at SPIA is service. We're looking for people who have demonstrated a sincere commitment to public service or the public good. And I'd like to challenge each of you to keep to that as you progress in your careers. Renew your commitment to service and to serving others. The second bucket is about leadership and impact. And my hope is that each of you will use your Princeton education to lead and to strive for careers of impact. The third bucket is about diversity of perspectives. We're operating in hyper-polarized and politicized times. There's a lot happening in the world and on our campus, and we certainly don't all agree on the way forward. There are so many complex, consequential policy challenges to solve, and my hope is that each of you will look for common ground, build bridges, use the power of persuasion, what you learned here at Princeton, and work for ways that bring as many people along as possible. I want to end with a very simple exercise, so please indulge me a little bit. You're going to forget what I said soon, some maybe as soon as I leave the stage. But I want you to remember the power of Princeton, your education, the force, this collective force that binds you, that will support and sustain you, that will help you celebrate milestones, birthdays, challenges, career transitions. So I'd like to ask all the graduates to please stand and hold hands with your neighbor.
Squeeze them tight now. And I want you to feel the force, this tiger spirit. And I want you to remember this and hold on to it. Hold on to one another. I want you to hold on to Princeton SPIA because you are all Princeton SPIA. You are all a part of the Princeton alumni community. Feel it. This great system of support is all around you. Hold on to it, hold on to one another, and hold on to these friendships. Lift one another up, serve your communities, celebrate your accomplishment. And now before you go out and change the world, can all graduates please come join us on stage for a class picture with the dean. Tiger cheers, friends!
Can I hold the call?
Sure, go for it. Congrats.
Thank you.